A lot of people think that you can't eat out and still lose fat, and that if you go for a meal out that you've ruined all the hard work that you've been putting in during the week. But the reality is you can indeed eat out whilst in a fat loss phase, you just need a plan. I've been through multiple fat loss phases whereby I've eaten out once, twice, or even 3 times a week, and I've still lost fat week upon week. In this video, I'm going to give you my go-to rules on how you can eat out and still lose fat. But before I go into those rules, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and like the video. Let's get into it. So rule number 1 on exactly how you can still go for meals out and lose fat is check the menu in advance. Most calories nowadays have the menus online and the majority have the calories on the menus. But if they don't, you can still scan the menu and see what is going to be your best option. You normally want to aim for something that's going to be high protein and low in carb and low in fat. If you don't check the menu beforehand, it's going to mean that you're going in blind, and that's probably going to lead to you making the wrong decision and opting for some kind of cheesy pasta. Whereas if you pick your meal ahead of time, then you take away all the guesswork and the temptation. Rule number 2, and this kind of follows on from my first point, and that is make sure that you prioritize protein. When you're trying to lose fat, protein is king. It's going to help keep you full up for longer, and it's also going to help you hold on to that muscle mass whilst you're in that calorie deficit. So when you're scanning that menu, look for grilled meats, fish, lean cuts, or even some kind of big salad with chicken or prawns. Just go easy on the dressing. So make sure the base of your meal is very much protein heavy. Like I said before, don't go opting for that cheesy pasta dish that's got fuck all protein and a shit ton of carbs, as it's not going to be beneficial for your goal. Rule number 3 is watch the hidden calories. Restaurants love to add flavour with oils, dressings, cheese, butter, which is absolutely fine in moderation, but they do add up fast. And obviously we've got a goal in mind that we want to achieve. So let's take a salad, again, something that I mentioned in the previous rule. Let's take a salad as an example. A chicken Caesar salad might seem like the healthy option, but if it's drowning in dressing, which it will be, it could easily be well over 800 calories. So don't be afraid to ask for sauces and dressings on the side, as then you can pour them on yourself and not absolutely drench your salad in them. Rule number 4 is bank your calories in advance. If I know that I'm going out for dinner, I'll keep my breakfast and my lunch lighter, so I've got extra calories to play with later. Because at the end of the day, even if you do make a smart decision, if the menu hasn't got the calories on, then ultimately you don't know how many calories you're working with. So if you bank some extra calories throughout the day, you're going to really mitigate the damage that that meal out is going to cause. And rule number 5 is don't let the meal out spiral. A lot of people will have a meal out and they'll let it spiral. They'll then get a dessert. They'll then have a little bit of food from the cupboard when they get home, because they've essentially open the floodgates to those cravings. And then they kind of carry on this trend over the next couple of days because they think their diet's been ruined, and then they get in the mindset that, oh, I'll just start again next week. And this approach is not sustainable and will essentially lead to you fucking up your fat loss phase every single time. So when you do go out to eat, follow the steps above to mitigate the damage, and then just make sure it doesn't spiral. Have the meal out and then move on and make sure you're back on track the next day. Remember, one meal out doesn't make you fat, especially if you followed the above steps. And even if you didn't follow the above steps and ended up having a burger and chips, that would not make you fat. However, a big blowout after this because you're beating yourself up and you just think, fuck it, I'm going to eat what I want, that will have a detrimental effect on your progress. So to recap, the 5 points I just covered that will help you lose fat while still eating out are as follows. Rule number 1, check the menu in advance. Rule number 2, make sure that you prioritize protein. Rule number 3, watch for the hidden calories. Rule number 4, bank your calories in advance. And rule number 5, make sure you don't let one meal spiral. Remember, if you're trying to lose fat, then an element of planning does need to take place to make sure that you can enjoy your meals out whilst continuing to work towards your goal. And you also need to make a little bit of sacrifice in order to achieve your goal too. But you can definitely still eat out, even if it's a couple of times a week, and still lose fat as long as you follow the steps I've outlined in this video. So that is it from me today. If you did find this video helpful and you've taken away some value from it, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, drop the video a like, and I will catch you in the next one.